The return of Carrie Underwood to American Idol for its 23rd season in 2025 was described as a homecoming that would be remembered for generations to come. Based on her status as the winner of Season 4 and one of the most successful alumni of the show, it was anticipated that her participation as a judge, alongside Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie, would infuse the ABC revival with a newfound sense of vitality. Nevertheless, her participation on the panel during the season, which came to an end on May 18, 2025, caused a great deal of dissatisfaction among her followers, which led to discussion regarding whether or not she is no longer associated with the show. This essay examines Carrie Underwood's underwhelming return, the reasons behind the fan outrage, and what her future with American Idol might hold. Additionally, the essay weaves in the highlights of the season as well as her indisputable legacy. Through her strong voice and girl-next-door charm, Carrie Underwood stole the hearts of the American people in 2005 when she was only 21 years old and hailing from Chakotah, Oklahoma. This marked the beginning of her adventure with American Idol. Her victory marked the beginning of a career that has resulted in 8 Grammy Awards, more than 85 million records being sold, and singles such as Before He Cheats and Jesus, Take You Behind the Wheel. Fans were overjoyed when there was an announcement made by ABC in August 2024 that Carrie Underwood would be taking over for Katy Perry as a judge. They anticipated that she would provide honesty, musical expertise, and a profound connection to the American Idol experience. In the promotional materials, she was referred to as the perfect fit, while Underwood herself was quoted as saying, "This is my home, and I'm excited to give back." On February 16, 2025, the season began, and there were a lot of people looking forward to it. Underwood, Bryan, and Richie were participating in the judging panel, which was hosted by Ryan Seacrest. Jelly Roll was serving as the artist-in-residence for the competition. Brianna Nix's heartbreaking performance with her son sitting on Carrie Underwood's lap was just one example of the wide range of ability that was displayed throughout the auditions. Jamal Roberts' soulful rendition of Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely was only another example. The early criticisms that Underwood provided were encouraging. She provided helpful comments, frequently relying on her own experience on American Idol. Her mentoring was on full display during Hollywood Week, when she provided hopefuls like John Foster with guidance on song selection, assisting him in perfecting Randy Travis' rendition of Deeper Than the Holler. Nevertheless, as the season continued, fans started to detect a change in the show's tone. Although Underwood's criticisms were technically sound, they frequently lacked the warmth and passion that Perry provided to the panel discussing the issue. The sentiment was captured in messages on social media, such as when one user said, "Carrie's critiques are like reading a textbook, accurate but boring." Feelings of Miss Katie's, someone else made the following observation: "She is giving pageant answers, not judge energy. Is she even interested in this?" Unlike Bryan's folksy humor or Richie's heartbreaking experiences, Underwood's criticism seemed conventional. It placed a heavy emphasis on vocal technique, but it lacked the emotional connection that fans anticipated from someone who had lived through the experience of being a contender. These worries were heightened by the live performances. When Brianna Nix performed You'll Be in My Heart on Disney Night, Carrie Underwood complimented her pitch but failed to engage with the emotional depth of the song. This was in contrast to Richie's sobbing response, which indicates that Underwood was not impressed by the performance. There were other instances in which Underwood appeared disinterested, sometimes deferring to Bryan or Richie during heated conversations about eliminations. Fans pointed out these instances. Underwood's restrained manner was paired with Perry's exuberant reactions from past seasons in a TikTok video that went viral, which fueled speculation that Underwood was uncomfortable in the judge's chair. According to a post made by a fan, Carrie appears to be more in the mood to be on tour than to be stuck in that studio. Has she finished up already? It was the most number of votes ever cast in the history of American Idol, with over 26 million votes being cast during the season final that took place on May 18, 2025. With a breathtaking rendition of Anthony Hamilton's Her Heart, Jamal Roberts emerged victorious, while John Foster and Brianna Nix also delivered performances that will be remembered for a long time. While Underwood's performance with Foster on the song Deeper Than the Holler was a highlight that showcased her vocal prowess, but judging moments did not live up to the expectations that were set for them. Her remarks were courteous, but they lacked the motivational spark that distinguished previous judges such as Simon Cowell or Jennifer Lopez. She addressed the finalists before the competition began. The following is a summary of what was said on Carrie's singing is a plus, but her judging is C. It is possible that she is not suited for this. Underwood's dismal performance could be attributed to a number of different things. The first thing to note is that her switch from performer to judge was a huge change. While Perry thrived on spontaneity and Ritchie relied on decades of industry savvy, Underwood's restrained nature did not translate well to the high-energy live TV format. Ritchie, on the other hand, was able to capitalize on his years of experience. Although her experience as a contender provided her with valuable insights, it also gave the impression that she was unduly careful, as if she was unwilling to provide criticism that was too harsh. Before the season began, she gave an interview to Billboard in which she acknowledged, "I don't want to crush anyone's dreams, because I know what this show meant to me." Her capacity to provide the kind of forthright feedback that fans anticipate from an American Idol judge may have been diminished as a result of her empathy, which is wonderful. Secondly, the presence of Katy Perry cast a significant shadow. During her 6-year stint, Perry was known for her eccentric sense of humor, emotional investment, and willingness to take chances. For example, she would engage in lively banter with contestants or elicit emotional responses from the audience during performances. On the other hand, Underwood appeared to take a cautious approach, avoiding controversial statements and playing it safe. Several users frequently drew comparisons between the two, with one person stating, "Katy would have been dancing on the table for Jamal's final song." Just now, Carrie gave a clap. Underwood's struggle to carve out her own identity as a judge was brought to light by the disparity. The season was not devoid of any memorable victories. Contestants such as Nix, a stay-at-home mom who lost 160 pounds, and Roberts, the first black male winner since 2003, delivered motivational stories and performances. The talent pool was tremendous, and the contestants included Nix. The mentorship of Jelly Roll brought a new aspect to the performance, and the climax was boosted by the presence of guest performances by musicians such as Patti LaBelle and Good Charlotte. The guarded presence of Underwood, on the other hand, frequently gave the impression of a lost opportunity to engage with viewers, particularly younger audiences that were participating in social media. After the conclusion of the show, speculation surrounding Carrie Underwood's future with American Idol became more intense. It was reported in an article published by The Hollywood Reporter that sources close to the show stated that the producers were disappointed with her performance. The story also mentioned that her lack of spark had an effect on the chemistry amongst the panelists. This sentiment was mirrored by fans with some expressing their desire for her to be replaced by another former American Idol contestant, such as Kelly Clarkson or Jennifer Hudson, who have demonstrated their exceptional charisma on shows such as The Voice. In defense of Underwood, there were others who said that she required more time to develop into the job. An individual who is in favor of Carrie posted, "Give Carrie a break, she's new at this. She continues to be a legend." There is no blemish on Underwood's legacy as a former contestant on American Idol. The fact that she was able to launch a global celebrity is a credit to the show's capacity to do so, and the fact that she sang duets throughout the season brought to the attention of viewers her vocal talent. But her time spent serving as a judge brought up issues about whether or not she is a good fit for the post. In light of the fact that Underwood's music career is flourishing, including her next album and residency in Las Vegas in 2025, it is possible that she will prefer performing over judging. The following is a comment that she made after the final performance. "This was an honor, but my heart's in singing." Fans were left wondering whether or not she would return for season 24 due to the vagueness. The conclusion is that Carrie Underwood's comeback to American Idol in 2025 was a moment that was highly anticipated but did not live up to the expectations that were set for it. Despite the fact that her technical expertise was indisputable, spectators who were accustomed to judges with more dynamic personalities were dissatisfied with her quiet approach and lack of personality on screen. Despite the fact that her history as an Idol champion will live on, her time spent serving as a judge has caused debate regarding whether or not she is suitable for the role and whether or not she will continue to be a part of the show. Underwood's experience serves as a reminder that even the brightest actors have hurdles in new roles, leaving fans excited but uncertain about what lies ahead for them as the show continues to progress.